thrift store. And they ain't lying, bro. Go in that motherfucker, you be like, damn, there's some shit up in there. So, my timeline, Demi Moore popped up. You know, actress and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I went down some type of rabbit hole and ended up in her nudes.
In her nudes?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, from way back in the day, like I think the
timeline
80s.
on like
no.
media,
I skipped from the timeline and
it
was on the timeline, but it was blurred out, and I was like, you know what I mean? Kind of want to see it now.
Yeah.
You know, old school Bush. And so I was like, oh damn, I ain't seen that in a minute.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And I say that to say this, like, you know, in hip hop and back in the day, like, even when we was shorties, like, eating pussy was like a taboo. Like, I don't do that shit. Yeah. Even though niggas was doing that shit.
Yeah.
But niggas, I ain't eating no pussy. It's niggas to this day which blow me like, no, I ain't doing that shit. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. You don't like your girl or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But seeing that, I understand why niggas back in the day wasn't trying to do it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shit to get around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's everywhere.
Yeah. And
it's just like, this is going to be a journey. But I did not hear that same sentiment with women. I don't know what it is. Maybe they was like, I ain't sucking dick or whatever the fuck or whatever. But I'm just like, it was just, I get it why you weren't doing it. But now, no, for niggas.
I was like, what? I was like, where are you getting to, bro?
I'm just saying, like, I understand, like, looking at that shit, it's just like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, G. Like, I don't know, did I catch you by surprise, or, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe I'm just a millennial nigga.
I mean, is this on? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear it. I feel you. But I also was like, you know what I'm saying, it's funny too, because I just had like that kind of conversation as well, where I was like, man, you know, I like a little hair on it. You know what I'm saying? Keep a little trim, like, you know what I'm saying, like low cut. You know what I'm saying? Low cut fade, like, you know what I'm saying? Taper on the sides, that's cool. Like,
but when you got your original pubes, it's like, goddamn.
Are you talking about that?
What we doing out here?
I mean, like, with the, like, I think that's the thing too. It was just like, you know, like when it's just a forest, then it's like, ain't nobody
it's
trying.
Like, damn, yeah, Questlove in your pants.
They had to eat a lot of bread back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Just like, like that's just.
You called it bread.
No, I'm talking about like that's what they saying. Like that was a going thing that you had people talking about. Like, man, like just get a little bit of hair in your throat, just eat some bread. It'll go down.
Like catfish bones.
Yeah, like like.
Let's start the show.
People on that goofy shit.
These people out here tweaking, bro.
If you ready for the show, say. Say.
All right, welcome to the I Ain't Going Show where anything goes except us. I'm your host, CJ.
Also CJ-ish.
Here with my boy, my co-host, D.
He is in his bag.
And we're here to debate, relate, berate, and be great. And as usual,
it's homie time right now, okay?
What's been going on with you, man? How your week been?
My week been cool, man. Just busy as fuck, man. I feel like this is just a busy time right now. Just trying to make moves, trying to do what I can to get to that next level, man. I feel like this year has been full of challenges, and I'm just like, shit, it's almost over. It's gonna be like it's almost a bust at this point, man. It's like,
bust?
Yeah, like, I'm grateful. But it's like all the shit that you had planned for this year. You was like, no, this is the year. This is the year the shit. It's like, fuck, it's almost over, man. A couple more months. Gonna be saying the same thing for 2025. Like, shit, this is the year. Now this is the one. And I'm just like, damn, and like the realization, you know what I'm saying? You getting closer to 40, you turning 40. Like, niggas is like, you get faced with so much, but then I start talking to motherfuckers that's like well over 40.
Yeah.
A lot of the homies that I kick it with too, and they like, hey, nigga, like, do you know what I was doing at your age, nigga? I ain't have this shit and I ain't do this. You? Bro, you good. Like, trust and believe. Like, just keep going. You well ahead of what, I was doing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get that, but I also got like TikTok and Instagram around me, nigga.
Not the comments.
Like, I got niggas around me that I'm seeing and this shit that is just like, I ain't doing enough shit with my life at this point,
I saw a
man.
post today that was like, social media has fucked us up. Women were not supposed to see this many. No, he started off with dudes. It's like, dudes is not supposed to see this many half-naked women or naked women at like one time. Like, that's not supposed to happen. They were saying
it's so normal now. It's like, it's like not even, I mean, yeah, we gonna still be interested, but it's like, I can get it so easily. It's so easily accessible.
And he was saying women are not supposed to see so many niggas that's up and rich and have access to them a DM away and a flight away from fucking with these niggas. And this is like really fucking shit up.
They started posting some cleavage shots on Instagram, and all of a sudden they got they got suitors, they got options out the ass.
Yeah, not real options, but options.
Yeah,
and it's just like, damn. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, damn, I remember I had magazines and shit.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Unattainable shit. You know what I'm saying? Now that shit is
even that magazine shit, it was some shame in like getting them bitches. Oh damn, somebody in here. Yeah, I'll take some chips and
you got a stack of magazines, like all
I ain't
regular.
never bought no stack of magazines.
Regular magazines, and then like you got the one plastic
magazines. I either stole them or like a motherfucker gifted them to me.
Yeah, I wasn't a big like magazine purchaser, but I did have I did like get them. I didn't steal.
Yeah, you got them. Steal. Like you ain't. Nigga, I was just saying you ain't buy them. Like damn, nigga.
But I did buy.
You bought?
Yeah,
I bought a Playboy.
No, not like that. I'm talking about like regular magazines. Is what I'm saying.
I'm talking about nudie mags.
Nigga. Oh yeah, no, nigga, I would never.
Nigga, I bought a gang of magazines. Nigga, the gaming magazines, the wrestling magazines. I bought magazines.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I thought you were talking about just in general.
No,
like,
nigga, I'm talking about the biggins.
Yeah, no, I wasn't purchasing magazines like that.
I ain't never bought no magazine, no nudie mag.
Yeah, no.
I either stole one or I was gifted a bunch of them.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, we aligned.
Yeah. But like, oh yeah, flicks. Oh yeah, bootleg man. Fuck.
Yeah.
I
always found access to it, like, and then it was like the internet. It was like, especially at getting to that age where it's like it just took a while for shit to download.
Oh yeah,
or load.
LimeWire, bear share you to death.
Yeah, like shit.
Come to find out,
it's buffering still.
This shit Soulja Boy.
Like damn. Like y'all got me with the title. Now I gotta wait a whole nother half day just to get
some other shit. Now I got a virus.
Now I gotta explain why I got this fucking virus.
Whole bitch.
Yeah. But yeah, forgot where we was going with that. But yeah, so that's how my week has been.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Okay. How about you, man?
Oh, we've been cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Took my daughter to birthday party with her classmates. It was cool. I was the only nigga there. And, you know, that's always weird.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was about the kids. So I was just trying to make,
you know.
I tried to mingle a little bit and all
Get
that
mix
shit.
and mingle. You
Went
know
in there
what
with
I'm
my
saying?
shades on. It was fine. She had a great time. So that's all that mattered.
Yeah.
Today, I went to Old Navy. And it's
Not
been some
Old
time
Navy.
since this shit happened. I got followed around.
What?
Yeah, I got followed around, man, by this white lady that act like she was on a little thing. But I just kept noticing her every place I went. Which I was just like, I was trying to find a little jacket or whatever.
Yeah. For you or for like...
For me.
Okay.
I was just trying to find some shit because like, I'm like, man, I don't have no legit. I'm hoodie and all that shit. So I was like, a little jacket I don't mind losing. Because I'm going to get drunk and whatever. I put it down, it's fine.
Yeah.
And like, I kept looking. I would go here. And she was there every time. And I'm just like,
Can I help you?
I do look, you know, dingy at the time. I did look dingy. I had on an Anwood hoodie, some shorts, some high socks, some beat up chucks. I look dingy.
Oh.
But
still. Like, it's just his own Navy. Like, come on, man. Do I look like I'm in here to steal?
your $5 shirts. Like, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I wasn't even pissed. I was just like, oh, that ain't happening in a minute. That I noticed.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'll talk about that shit on the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, damn, I really wanted to get on that shit, but I had shit to do.
Yeah.
I was
At
like,
least,
hey.
at least be on some like, can I help you with something?
Yeah.
Like, don't just follow me around.
She was just doing this shit with their little bullshit, whatever device they got.
Yeah.
Like, moving back and forth. And I'm moving back and forth like motherfuckers. I'm like trying to find myself. I'm like, what the fuck are the... I'm like, this bitch is... I'm moving erratically.
That's what you gotta
Why
ask.
are you still here?
Yeah, like, there's no way you're
Every time.
on the other side of the store with me.
This
now.
men's section ain't that big.
Like, what if you just start running around? Like,
Yeah.
like
She
you
just, ah! I knew it.
She just took off running.
Security.
Like,
Yeah, she just ran up out that bitch. But yeah, man, we been cool, man. I ain't got no complaints.
Can you say what mall this is or what area?
Oh yeah, it was
you
on
in?
Camp Creek. The Old Navy on Camp Creek. Them niggas.
I don't know nothing about over there.
It's by the airport.
Okay. Gotcha.
The Old Navy by the airport.
Got
Them
it.
niggas will follow you if you look dingy.
Oh, yeah, they point them out.
But all right, man. Before we get into Black History Making, we got to shout out our sponsor, Stogies and Bagging-Us. Stogies and Bagging-Us, premium cigars for the culture, respect the smoke.
Smoke something, bitch.
As you can see on the ticker right here, go to stogiesandbaggers.com. Hit them up for your premium cigars and hit them up for the mobile cigar lounge for your next event. It's that time, hoodie season. It's getting a little cooler out here. They gonna have the heaters in that bitch. Stone Cold these.
What?
They gonna have the TVs in there.
What?
The college football.
What?
The NFL football.
What?
You niggas like hockey.
What?
MLB playoffs.
What?
NBA coming back.
What?
All that shit gonna be there for your event so you can smoke in peace. Niggas don't smoke in their house no more for real.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got that shit?
Definitely not cigars. That shit that fucking
Hell
clear.
no.
That,
Your walls be yellow.
It be black.
Your walls be yellow. Your wife gonna be mad. Getting a divorce. Nobody want that shit. So yeah, hit them up, man.
Yeah, imagine walking to a nigga crib. Like, I feel like if you do walk into a nigga crib nowadays, and maybe this is just because of like the areas that, you know, we've been exposed to.
Yeah.
That motherfucker got some dope ass ventilation that
that Michael Jordan level shit.
that sucks it right out of the
Where that
room,
nigga
and you just be
filming
like,
Last Dance for 3 days and I ain't see no smoke and I see the cigar.
Yeah, it was lit and it's just dope.
Nigga eyes red. I'm like, he been here for a minute.
Yeah. I done seen niggas
Like Vegas level type
yeah,
shit.
they got some shit, you know,
Yeah.
but I ain't.
Yeah. And they don't either. That's why it's outside.
Exactly. That's what's up.
But tell me about the deal, boss.
Man, they said that, hey, you book with them at any point, anytime. Book with them and you mention my name, D. You mention his name, CJ.
What?
And you mention the show.
What?
I ain't going podcast. I'm sorry. I ain't going show.
What?
We all know what it is. But they gonna give you 12 of them things, 12 sticks for the free, just for mentioning us and mentioning that we brought y'all asses there. So think we lying? Hit them up and just see.
And that'll give you a better experience. They'll be like, oh, you listen?
Yep.
It'll be fucking with you tough, man.
Yep.
All right, man. Let's get into Black History in the Making. Black History in the Making, as we always say, we want to shout out the good Black people that are doing things right now. My bad. We're going to shout out our ancestors that helped us get to this point. But we also want to shout out the good Black people that are doing things right now to help us progress. And I got something to show you right now.
I'm Dr. Asia Johnson, and I'm developing a new school in New York City that will bridge the accelerated academics of a rich tradition of HBCU experience. In partnership with Delaware State University, we're offering New York City public school students the opportunity to fast track their path to college by graduating with not only a high school diploma, but also an associate's degree for free, while forming a lifelong friendship, spending summers on an HBCU campus in the U.S. and also abroad, and building a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood along the way. Students will experience mentorship, support, and a strong community with the values of a historically Black college and university at its centers. This is your moment. This is the chance to get ahead, to be a part of something unprecedented that sets you up for success in college and beyond. You'll be a part of a program that not only prepares you academically, but also empowers you to become a leader, a thinker, and an innovator. I'm Dr. Asia Johnson, and I believe in your genius. I believe that you have the right to a bright start and a bold future.
Hey, man. First of all, I remember like programs like this, like when we were in high school, it was like junior colleges and like DeVry and shit like that.
Yeah.
But for this to be like a HBCU and a 4-year college, that shit dope as hell, man. Yeah. Like have you ever heard this with like another 4-year institution? Like,
yeah, I did it. I did actually for my school.
Okay.
Shout out to Columbia College, Chicago. Not the one in New York, the art school in Chicago. Yeah. I know, I always had to tell people that. It's like, yeah, I would have loved to be like, yeah, it was Columbia.
They got some shit up there too.
But Columbia College, Chicago definitely was, that's my school. And I was able to take, some courses and everything like prior to, and that's the only close thing that I got to it. Yeah. And there were actually credits that went towards my college.
I didn't know that. I thought you just went there.
Yeah, no, it was like, I took like 2 different classes, man. It was fun, man. It was like they gave me a real dope experience. I got to move like a college student and everything. And yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get all right. Get
Jesus Shuttlesworth?
Yeah. No. You know what I'm saying? My wife at the time.
Just a little booze. Just a little booze.
My wife, but my girlfriend at the time, yeah, we was
she went up there with you?
No, she ain't go up there with me, but she was with me in that journey, man. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't hate like that.
So I couldn't really like wild out.
Yeah.
I wild out in the sense of just having fun and being able to experience that though.
Well, underage drinking shit like that.
That wasn't the school. That was just,
I was doing that shit for
you know what I'm saying? That wasn't the school. I ain't gonna put that on them.
All right. Let me shout these out. Let me shout out Dr. Asia Johnson.
What?
Delaware State University, HBCU.
What?
And New York City Public Schools, man.
What?
Because they collaborate to make all this shit happen.
That's big, man. And I think that we continue to see more and more good stuff like that popping up, and everyone is using their platform and using their careers and their successes to really help bring back and build up the community like we always talk about needing. So to actually see that shit in motion is just like, it's dope. Because it always gets discouraging, bro, when we talk like off air and just with homie time and just kicking it and shit. It get discouraging sometimes, man, when you really trying to push to be, successful, and realizing that your successes is always still like someone that there's still a group that will, potentially hold you back. And then still like, we look at it like, damn, man, we trying to just keep doing good and keep doing better. But it's like, to finally see things be put into place that, it's harder to take away. It's hard to, not let it be visible. And that's where, we start to see change and start to see wins happen for us, man. So it's always good, bro.
I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
Yes, sir.
All right, we had a Black History Making. I wanted to touch back on the shit you were saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is back in the day. And that shit was crazy. Like, I don't know if this happened to you, like going to college and already experiencing, like, yeah, I've been sneaking and geeking, drinking, smoking, whatever, and going to college and seeing the niggas that never had that shit and seeing them crash out. That shit was fucking nuts to me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, damn, this shit I do on like a Saturday when I'm hanging out with my friends, but we bullshitting around.
Yeah.
But y'all niggas ain't never had this, and now y'all here and y'all getting it, and it's fucking y'all lives up.
Yeah. But it's interesting because I never had to, like, I saw it in a different light. Mm-hmm. I saw it from the way where I didn't go away to school, even though, like, they offered, they had the opportunity for me to stay on campus and be downtown, but I'm only a train ride away, which was like a 30-minute train ride, out in the burbs coming into the city.
Yeah. So
I never, like, spent the extra money to, like, stay on campus. So with that, it was seeing the niggas that were, in the neighborhoods and then around you that kind of like.
All the niggas you don't want to go see at the reunion?
No, it's just like, no, man. I mean, you know how it was, bro. Like, you saw the ones that did go away to school and you able to see them. But, like, I was so busy with school and work and, you know what I'm saying? My free time was with my girl, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I was just seeing niggas like have a good time, but it's a difference between seeing niggas that go away to school and they just having a good time and they whether they crash out, do whatever they want to do and have to come back. I ain't really see too much of that, but it existed.
Yeah.
But it was the niggas that were still there that, they were moving even more in slow motion, but they were enjoying the young adult life that that wasn't involved in school. It was them maybe working, but they weren't really like, the responsibilities of being an adult. Crib. The responsibilities wasn't really there, so they could just still wild the fuck out, be out drinking, doing all those types of shit, and then you start to just, look at that shit like, damn, that's cool that y'all doing that, man, but I'm getting to this money right now. I'm going down here to the school. I'm meeting new people. It still was
Calvin's got a job.
It was different. Like, I honestly, like, was just on some. I feel like my college years were fun in my own way. It were fun, and I was doing adult shit. Like, me and my girl, we taking trips. Not far, but we just taking trips, driving up to like Gurney Mills and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Going up to Great America, staying in the hotel, going up to what was it? What's the spot we used to always go up to? Man? Galena. Like shit like that. I was starting to, so although like my friends that were away at college were experiencing that life in that way, I still had my shit that was like, I was adulting and doing all the fun shit, like moving like an adult, but it's the niggas that was like moving slow motion around us that was just kind of like, damn. Yeah.
That's when niggas started separating.
Yeah, I mean, but that's when you had to and shit, but like, I luckily had like, all my close circle wasn't like that though. Like my close circle was either they were everybody was still moving. So
Okay.
I got lucky on that part. But I forgot why I was saying this. But yeah, that it's just interesting
We
though.
were talking about something.
We were talking about the school.
Oh yeah, we
like,
were talking about
and, like crashing
niggas
out
that-
and doing
yeah.
all that shit at the school.
Like you
I'm
ain't
just saying, I've
never
never seen it.
experienced
Yeah.
like shit you weren't supposed to experience before.
Yeah,
And then you experience it at the wrong fucking time.
yeah. But I hear the stories.
Like your
though.
parents had you hemmed up at the crib and they just set you off.
Yeah, I mean, which that's life though. That's
Don't
wild,
do drugs.
Though, right? Yeah.
Don't drink. Like, hey, you might need to do a little bit of that shit before you leave.
I mean, I would never.
That ain't
like,
even. Yeah, that's what's crazy though. It's just like you can't say that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know.
I mean, I think that, but you got to admit though, right? You saw a lot of that at your school,
Mm-hmm.
but did you see a lot of the ones that weren't doing that shit?
Oh yeah.
So you get what I'm saying?
And,
So it's
and some of
still
those
about-
motherfuckers did it later on. Some people that I know, when we was doing that
start
shit,
naming some people.
some women that I know.
What's their
when
name?
They motherfucking matter of fact, I'm gonna see some of them this weekend. I remember when we were in our early 20s, even like maybe early 20s, maybe mid 20s too.
Yeah.
When we was just like drunk, they was like, y'all need to grow up and da da da. It's like, bitch, it's the time to do that shit. Like, the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah.
And then when we got our 30s and we was like kind of chilling like how we chill and shit like that, they doing that shit.
Yeah, you can't start
It's
that
like,
shit now, though. Yeah.
Bitch. Like, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You should have crashed out with us.
Because you'd have been on a recovery and got out your system at this
you got out your
point.
system. Had a
Yeah.
nigga. Now you got no nigga. Oh. I'm going to leave it at that before I start dispensing more information. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't had no point to that. What was he talking about? Don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
All right, man. Let's get into that just happened.
That just happened.
I realized you asked me a question and I seen people crash out and do all that shit at my school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, you said
and,
that-
and you was like the people that didn't.
Yeah, you say
Yeah,
you
and that's where I was
yeah.
going to. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense now.
You
Makes sense.
answered it.
Yeah. All right, man. J. Cole responds to the Kendrick and Drake beef. And he really responded to Drake ass out here saying like, oh man, all my friends fake. But I think I'm not gonna play it. I don't got time for that copyright shit. Y'all heard it. But what did you think about it? I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. I think that it was just a listen. It wasn't a like, oh, this shit is gonna be a track of the other times right now. This is gonna be a charting. No, it wasn't meant for that. Obviously, it was just something that hey,
It's
I
a
need
timestamp.
Yeah, I need to respond. I think there's time for me to respond.
Yeah.
I could do it in this way, and it's definitely not a hit maker type. You know what I'm saying? Not literally hit maker.
That's what I was about to say,
but
like,
it's not
oh.
like a. It's not. I don't see it on that level. I just want to put that out there like that because I feel like there's a lot of people trying to say, well, it was straight, but it wasn't no like they thinking that it should be.
Anything ain't got to be no fucking hit.
Yeah, like a J. Cole song got to be the So I need to be able to bump this all. Like nah, he did it for a purpose. And with that being said, I think that it was dope of him to do that, and how he explained it. Like, hey man, like.
I thought that's what he was. I thought that's what he thought.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably already told this nigga off on the side, like, hey man, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? You still my nigga, bro. I still look at
Yeah.
He was like, but then he had to come out with a song to explain to the world, hey, this shit wasn't
In him.
I wasn't trying to, get into this beef.
As you can see why.
I fuck with both of y'all, and it hurt me to see this shit, go down like this because it's like I fuck with both of y'all. Y'all my niggas, And
y'all niggas is sitting up here trying to say I ain't cold no more.
yeah, it is like, and it's like, hey, that's cool, man. Somebody finally, you know what I'm saying, took the pressure off of me of having to be the coldest and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's also a little bit like, hey, man, you could have kept it.
Wow. Damn.
He's in his bag.
It was kind of like, yo, I appreciate it. I fuck with it. It's J. Cole. That nigga's going to be solidified as one of the greatest of like all time.
He could have kept it?
But he could have kept it, bro.
Nah, G.
Like he could have, that, like, honestly, it was one of those things where, like, nigga, you could have, you could have kept it as a track on an album release. Like, come out with an album, and this shit is part of one of the tracks of the mini tracks. It ain't even part of your single. It's just one of the tracks where, like, when your album come out,
album ain't ready yet.
So then keep it. We don't need it. You don't need to do at this point. I get it. We think that we needed to hear.
What
from
do
him.
you need from J. Cole? Nothing.
An album. That's all. I need that because I want that. Not and because the last album that you came out with was part of the start of this beef, and now it got overshadowed. It got forgotten about.
It was decent though.
It was decent. It was decent, but it's also
can't hear no more.
But it also like you can't listen to that. Like you don't listen to it the same. I want to hear what is the 2024. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole, who is like, hey, look, I just want to be on this level, I just want to be this type of artist that brings whatever energy or whatever piece, whatever you want to bring in an album, and then you mention that. I don't need you because it's like a year of like a bunch of niggas like, you know what I'm saying, either apologizing or like fucking like going super hard or like or like trying to defend their L's, and it's just like a
bro.
And not saying he is defending. I'm talking about like on some Drake shit.
He is defending his L. Because remember when that shit first happened?
True.
Niggas was like, man, fuck this nigga.
Well, yeah.
How dare he disrespect hip hop and beef? Get in that shit. Then when we see the shit happen, we was like, oh yeah, I see why he ain't do that shit.
Well, you put yourself out there as an artist that like called niggas out, and then when the time
not
came,
my guys.
Like when the time came out for you to really defend that shit and go hard and like show how you the like one of the like top niggas, you decided to say, nah, I don't want to do this. Like this ain't really.
But you see where it went though. That nigga ain't want no parts of it. Would you want some parts of that? If me, you and Nate rap, and I got into it with Nate, and he was like, I'm gonna get into it too. And I was like, man, I'm finna fucking flame his ass up, and I'm finna say all this shit. You'd be like,
no, absolutely. I think him stepping away from it wasn't. The thing is, J. Cole didn't need to be the artist or the one that. Yes, he came out with a diss track that he retracted.
Yeah.
But he could have came out with a diss track that, not even a diss track, but came out with some shit that solidified how like cold he is as a rapper. Like just
he been doing that.
Yeah, but you could have came with the right shit. Said, oh, I'm finna put some work in. I'm finna show them like I'm finna have the best lyricism. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's coming up.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. So why
he had to get out of the way of that shit?
So why do we need this?
Would you put out some shit during this time? If you was a rapper, no.
Well, now
during that time,
during that time, no. I'm talking about like now is a great time for you to come out because a lot of it started to settle down. Even though Kendrick is going to be at the Super Bowl, so it's still kind of telling, but it's still like the dust has.
But
like,
what's wrong
settled.
with that shit? Like, I just appreciate it because it was just like Cole's back out. I like Cole, and he said some shit that I wanted to hear, some shit that I kind of already thought. And I thought it was cool that he was just like, put it out there. Because I'm pretty sure he talked to both these niggas. But for the dummies, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, this is what I was really on.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm still that nigga. But at the same time, I'm cool with y'all saying that I'm not.
Yeah.
Because I'm free from trying to go for that number one spot. But I'm still finna put out this heat, though.
But that's why I said I don't need it to be a special thing.
Oh.
I'm just saying, like, it's just my
Okay,
opinion. I
okay,
just
okay.
don't think it needed to be a special thing of like, this is going to be a
So you wanted
release.
this to come out with his album?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the issue.
Yeah.
That it didn't come out with. What if his album come out next week?
No, I didn't want this. Like, I didn't think it needed to be a single or if it is part of the album, which it's probably not, I didn't need it, or I didn't think that it needed to be something that he had to put out or release as a one-off thing. Like, dude, you too cool for this. You bowed out gracefully. Now and if you don't,
But
like,
you said you liked it.
I did. I do.
You like it, but you don't need it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because again, it's not like it's a track that's like, oh shit, I'm finna bump this shit in the car. Like, I'm finna, like, it's one of those, like, you're gonna listen to it and you're probably never gonna go back to that motherfucker again.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
You're not even gonna go back to it to decipher what he meant by anything in it either. Like, you're not, like,
You don't have to. It's
but that's what I'm saying.
clear
It's
cut.
clear day. That's what I'm saying. So it's really like,
Oh,
you could have did an interview.
Shit.
You could have did an interview.
Truthfully,
then,
I want
that's
to
it.
rhyme like common sense. Someone show back, nigga. All right, man. Let's move on to some more pressing business. The Ghost finale, man. It's the end of one of our top black sci-fi shows, man. So, got a couple questions. I feel like you're going to go left and right and zig and zag. How did you feel about the ending? Let's start there.
I want to start with you. I want to hear what you felt about the ending. I don't want you to ask me. I want to hear from you first.
Okay. I'll tell you this. I like the ending. Surprisingly, I like the ending because I was just like, how they gonna end this shit when these niggas didn't know that this is gonna be the end of the shit? So I was just like, okay. Then when it happened, I was like, okay, that's cool. I like how y'all did that. From the beginning of the show, I wanted Tariq to go to jail. Just because I didn't like the way he was moving.
Nah,
He kept doing stupid shit
can't.
all the fucking time.
Can't.
I was like, he has to go to jail.
can't.
And this will make him killing ghosts be the worst shit ever. Because it's like, you going to jail anyway. You killed that nigga because he was going to see you to jail for doing all your little fuck shit.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even go get life.
It's too
You
expected.
was going to get like 2 years or some shit like that. I wanted him to go to jail or die.
Yeah.
One or two. Those would satisfy me.
Get it out.
Had the extra spit. But pause. But
Hot tour.
Come on, dog. I don't even get the drop for that. Oh, yeah, I do.
It's true. It's BS. They made it up.
That is
They
real
lie.
hard, though.
Anyway, yeah, man. So when it was happening, I was sitting there the whole time just like, they finna piss me off. And I was like, okay, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. It's the end of it. He didn't turn into Ghost, and apparently he's actually smarter than Ghost. So I'm gonna let it ride. I don't hate Tariq anymore. I used to hate Tariq. When the show first started, I was on bullshit. I was like, I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah.
But I watched it because I wanted him to go to jail. And I don't never want black people to go to jail. But I really want that nigga to go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but okay, how'd you feel about that ending?
So as I was watching it, I was like, oh, okay. It's cool to see how this ends. Is there? And then the more I thought about it, the more I heard about it, the more I really like dwelled on it. I felt like this was probably like the weakest ending to a series that like this shit.
The weakest ending?
I fucked with all of this shit like since it came on, and people
wait till Tommy ends.
and people been talking mad shit about it.
Oh
People
yeah,
been talking
yeah.
mad shit about it.
Yeah.
I feel like this season, at least the last few episodes, even though I was in tune with them, was probably like the weakest it's ever been. It felt very
The last few?
yeah.
Bro,
When you really
one before
when you
the
look at it,
finale
yeah, when
was
you look,
decent.
When you look at it in retrospect, I felt like Monet dying, and a spoiler alert if y'all ain't seen that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck out of here.
hit the little, you know what I'm saying, 15 minutes.
If you hear us talking about, the finale, so y'all need to already do that shit.
But like, it was like the way she died was weak as hell to me.
She went out in a blaze of glory.
I mean, you went in there with heels on.
That's what she always went.
It just didn't seem.
First time she got shot, she had heels on.
It felt predictable. I was like, this bitch gonna come in here and die. This don't end. Like, it just didn't seem.
I was like, either her or Kane gonna die.
It felt like rushed, and then it just didn't feel believable. I feel like there is no world that I can.
It's black sci-fi, G. That's what I've been saying.
But that's the thing about like the start of it was still believable. You get what I'm saying?
No,
like
none of this shit is believable.
No, it was.
Are you talking about the beginning of Power?
No, the beginning of
Ghost?
Ghost felt more like a good carry on from Power.
There's no way in hell that if a DA has a line on you, you just keep slipping them as a fucking 18-year-old.
It felt like there was, okay.
The DA, the police, the fucking feds is on this nigga ass, and he's taking classes and selling dope and killing teachers? Come on. What the fuck was we talking about?
They didn't have anything
sci-fi.
They didn't have anything. I get it, the sci-fi.
They didn't have nothing on them.
All of it is sci-fi. Like Power.
Bro, you black. It don't matter if we got shit on
Power
you.
Was
we finna have some shit on you.
I get that, but I'm just saying it just still felt, the acting felt real. The shit just felt more realistic. I'm not saying like realistic acting. As in, it felt believable.
Oh, okay.
As it started to get here, it just was like, okay,
that shit like Harry
like
Potter.
all of like the top niggas that like seemed the hardest in their life, like, you know what I'm saying, that seemed invincible. When we first ran
that's Power, period.
Yeah, when we first met
Lobos?
Nomi.
Noma.
Damn, I can't think of names and shit. But like when you first heard about her or experienced her, she came in like the most invincible person ever. And then you got like, you know what I'm saying, Kane, most invincible nigga, hard nigga ever.
How many games did Kane take down by himself? Just running in his spot, killing everybody.
And then everything just started turning like real
Bobby
loose.
Brown.
Like, yeah, it was just like, it just became real lackluster. It was just like when I'm in it and watching it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, okay, that's wild and shit. But then when you step back and just really analyze and watch those last few, like the last half of this season, even, it's just been like, damn, like, first of all, ain't no world that ever gonna have Drew as a, like,
how many niggas Drew killed?
Bro, now he the toughest nigga around. Like, come on,
he been the toughest nigga around since he killed like 2 of his niggas.
Yeah, nah. Just not believable.
He killed 2. Bro, that's why I've been saying like black sci-fi. Because when that ghost shit came out and then the Tommy shit, you know, both of us was pissed about the Tommy shit at first. We like, he just came out and just took over the GDs and the fucking Irish mob.
You're not coming to whole Chicago, nigga.
First
like, you're not going
like,
whole Chicago.
Bro, you ain't from here.
Yeah, just because New York got its own system does not, and then you did your thing, that does not mean you're gonna come to Chicago.
That first episode, he would have been dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I was just like,
by some low level niggas. Like,
Like, the nigga was like 12.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking killed his ass.
Yeah,
but like from then on, I was like, okay, I gotta look at it like this. And I've been able to enjoy it. I know I keep saying that shit.
Yeah,
fuck it, man.
That's what I did though.
Yeah. It's just like, this shit will never happen. But that's cool.
Yeah, like I can't even look at it as like some Chicago shit anymore. I like to because
Tariq might as well had on the jetpack.
It had a few like scenes like where you really felt connected to like, that's home. I know where it is. But outside of that, it really didn't feel like
Tommy out west,
some Chicago shit.
He out west clowning.
Yeah, nah.
He out west clowning. He on the north side clowning. He out south clowning. Like, niggas will be like, who the fuck is dude?
And he
with no army.
He running around with an ex, like, you know what I'm saying, gang leader that like left it to his brother, but then was like
with a cold ass old school with New York plates.
But you,
my nigga, the police is getting your ass if nothing else.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? Nah, you gonna have to break some bread with this shit, nigga.
Yeah, like and you like
we locking your ass up.
It's different, but that's just like you know what I'm saying where. We go with that. That's gonna be interesting when that ends too. But at the same time, I felt like it was just very weak, and they kind of rushed.
You thought
it
was weak. The ending.
Yeah, I just thought it was weak, and thought that they could have came a little stronger. Like I was like,
what would you want to see?
I mean, honestly, I would have wanted to see some shit that literally was unexpected. Like some shit that just truly like bring back some people that was just like.
I wanted Tommy to come back and murk that.
Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like something. Like
this is for Ghost. Bah!
Yeah, or well, not
like,
him. Not him. Well,
shit.
He wouldn't because he still low key had a, thing like, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying like some unexpected shit like that, like I'd have been like, damn, they snap.
Yeah, like or like just like some old who you thought was dead DEA agents or somebody.
Ghost came back and killed that nigga.
Like, you know what I'm
That'd
saying?
have blew the internet up.
If he ain't had a fallout with them, that would have been dope. Like on some like hooded like, or he comes and save his son's life in a moment where you think Tariq is just gone. He about to like it's about to end and like Ghost, or even like you don't even got to bring
I'll just have a nigga in a hoodie.
Yeah, and just like
his little murder suit that he always
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And just be like,
that shit was crazy. That nigga always had on this fucking athleisure shit when he finna go murder somebody.
Yeah, like get a person that resemble him. Like you ain't got to really get him, but get a nigga to resemble him and be like, end it with like, oh, like Ghost, like.
Came back and
that shit just go black or some shit like that. Like, like that's some wild
that'll
shit.
Fuck
you know what I'm saying?
That'll fuck
like Noma and all them dying. Like, all right, we knew that.
Yeah, I was glad Noma died.
That was gonna happen and
Her
do all
fast.
that. But like, and then even like, I feel like Kane. Like, I feel like they should have had him have a better ending because him having a spinoff would be dope. But he got to come harder though. He can't be like him wanting to marry her and be like still be kind of like her like lapdog and shit, but still trying to play like he playing her.
But he getting
and still like mama. Like,
that's what all them Tejada kids did. None of them Tejada kids was with the shits.
Yeah, and then they just like, and then it was almost like y'all went super hard for the whole first half about like y'all not fucking with her. And then the season started with her like, having like, that
she
in
got
between,
shot, right?
Yeah, that in between life and shit.
Yeah.
Where she was fighting.
I want to be a good mom.
Yeah, and then like, she's talking to all the people she killed and shit or got killed. And it's like all that shit was just kind of like, okay, this might be some shit. Like, but then she even came out of the hospital like y'all gotta listen to me. I'm still the queen of this shit. Like, I'm still the one that like you did all this.
You killed Dad, G.
Yeah, like she like I'm sorry, like it again, she was somebody that seemed a lot colder and a lot more like invincible in the prior season and all of that. And then she just got to be very like I don't know, it's just like the acting
that's what they always do.
Went down.
That's what they do on all these shows. It's like, hey, this nigga's supposed to be. They don't do that shit in Kanan. That's why I like Kanan. Kanan's the most believable show.
Yeah.
Like, they got to catch niggas off guard. That shit believable. But all the other ones, niggas be up here. Then all of a sudden, it's just like, I could touch them now. It's like, how can you? Oh, we going to put on ambulance clothes and we going to. What?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing about Kanan is that the main character playing Kanan.
My mother.
Yeah. Every time I see him, he remind me of the little boy in Bebe's kid, the one who kept getting bullied by everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, almost like he got hard and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pause. And like, it was like, now he a stone cold drug dealer and killer and shit. It just don't feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck is Famous doing?
Yeah, it's like,
fuck, man.
It's just this shit. I don't know. The next season, I want to see him become a little bit more believable as well.
He back in Mom House now, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, but he won me over, man, too. So I still fuck with Kane.
All right, man. Last question. You gonna miss it?
No.
Fair enough.
It ended the way. If you was gonna end like that, you gonna end like that. I guess what happened to the days? Like, do you remember? I don't even remember now, but like I just remember the feeling of like The Wire ending, Sopranos ending. Like those felt like shit. Never again. And this shit felt like
it's some Succession. That shit ended wild.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just you want that. I feel like that's the next level for 50 Cent in his shows. Cause all his shows is a fucking
He got a stew now.
But he did have one already. So you gotta give him that. Power ended with that familiar.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
you right.
That's why he was able to come out with,
all
Power
these
Book
other
2
ones.
Ghosts and all these other ones and shit. So he does have one. It's just you want, if these spinoffs, if they gonna go or have the longevity like they are having, they gotta end well, man. They
can't have a show with a drug dealer with no car. I'm just saying.
He get fast cars and he don't, but then he can just steal it from the nigga.
That was like season 3 when that nigga got a car.
But then he stole it from the nigga that stole it from him so easily. It's like
that was this season.
If you could have stolen it so easily this whole time, why? What?
You've been killing all these niggas. You scared of 2-Bit?
Gee.
Because he big as hell.
All the niggas. You taking out a whole, first of all, you're taking out whole armies.
I would have been shot 2-Bit.
You taking out whole armies, Navy SEAL style, on the first fucking episode.
But you scared of 2-Bit.
But you scared of this nigga. Yeah.
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Sci-fi. All right, there's a little blip right here. For the 8th year in a row, city of Chicago has been named the best big city in the world. I know you guys are going to say all these other things and whatever the fuck.
But we don't live there.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
It's
I
only like,
what?
6 months out the year and all that shit. Cool. But if you like seasons.
What?
And you like variety. What? And you like food.
What?
You like beaches.
What?
You like skylines.
What?
You like public transportation.
What?
It's your city, man.
Yep.
And it was announced by Condé Nast Traveler, which is a magazine that offers traveler tips, expert advice, and guides to the best places to stay, eat, drink, shop. It also covers art, architecture, fashion, culture, cuisine, and more. And it is a magazine, but they do have a large social media presence. And they have 25 awards by National Magazine Awards. And they have a global presence with 7 global markets. So I just want to say, like, it ain't just no rinky-dink ass shit.
Yeah.
I did this on purpose. And I knew you was going to be like, what the fuck is that? Because I was like, who the fuck are they to say that? But I'll accept it.
I don't give a fuck. When I hear it and I see it, I believe it.
You know what I mean? It's on the heels of Derrick Rose's time.
And you know what, though? Like, I already said, though, because, like, I'll probably tell anybody that asks, I don't ever, like, plan to ever move back to Chicago.
Me either.
And it's nothing
It's
against,
weather related.
Yeah, it's not. And I mean, honestly, it's more things than that. It's
a lot of shit.
But it's not because it's a bad place. It's also like, hey, you know what? It's time for growth. It's time for something new. My family, we relocated and enjoy the life that we're living here. And I'm not saying that, like, Georgia is the potential forever either. If we feel, I just feel like, there's not too many other places that I can see myself wanting to move. I don't want to move further south. I ain't trying to be, too far to the coast.
Ain't trying to be in hurricane country.
I mean, to be honest, and it's unfortunate with what's happening right now. And my heart goes out to all of those families and friends that are experiencing that. But also, I had a point where I wanted to live in, like, Cali. I
ain't got enough money.
I mean, even if I did, it's just like, I ain't got time for the earth to be shaking underneath me. Like, my first one is gonna be like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, man. I had enough.
Yeah,
it was
cool. What?
This
was cool, but gotta go. But I will say that, Chicago is still one of is the greatest place to live. Like when you think of all the things that it has, I think we talk about it off air a lot with our friends and family here. It's like, yo, there's always something to do in Chicago. Always. Like everywhere you go, no matter what time of night you go, no matter what suburb you go and live out in, no matter what area in the city, outside the city, wherever, you gonna find something to do.
Cook County lit.
You know what I mean? Like and then the shit that's popping up right outside of that, because you still got Indiana that's right close. Like I ain't saying, whatever. It's just like, even if you live on the border of
I'm an Indiana.
You're
an Indiana. What the niggas do?
Yeah. It just has so much to offer, man. And then the winters, I don't like the winters because it's fucking frigid cold and all that. But there's people that fucking love, they don't give a fuck. They love that shit. They like, man,
when you know better, you do better.
I put all my shit on and I walk through. People that love snow come to Chicago in the wintertime and love the fucking snow. I hate driving in that shit.
Yeah. It's bullshit.
It just is what it is, but
but we had 30 years of that shit. So,
I'm cool with going back and being, in that, but it's bigger than Chicago for why I left. It just is what it is. All the shit that I love in Georgia,
he got side kids and shit.
There's people that were born here in Georgia that be like, yo, I can't live here. I'm ready to go. Because you're used to it. You just like, shit, nah, I'm ready for something new. That's fair, right?
Yeah.
So, big us, man. Best big city in the world. The world, Craig.
Not just the city, the world. Hey, Lupe Ben said that. I'm from the city in the Midwest, best city in the whole wide, wide world. All right, man. Let's get into it. I want to talk about ghosting. Ghosting, for anybody who doesn't know or who has never dated or text somebody and they ain't say shit back. Ghosting is that. You try to respond to somebody, they don't respond back. So I want to ask, is it ever cool to ghost?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like
what are the occasions?
I feel like we had this discussion before on the show,
about ghosting.
Yeah, about ghosting. But it's
remind me.
I can't tell you which episode or how long ago it was, but we talked about it. But at the same time, as we said it then, and I think I will say it now, it's sometimes you just have circumstances that require you to go somebody. It's funny because Kia told me the same shit that I don't believe she believes it, but she said it and I was like, okay, that's cool. But what she said was, fuck closure. People don't need closure. They need to just move on. I was like, sometimes people
sometimes
you need that. I feel like more than not is if you care about somebody, whether they're a friendship or a relationship, like a intimate relationship, sometimes you want to know the answer. But sometimes it's just yo, it's better to not be in those situations to have to explain yourself. Just removing yourself sometimes is the best thing for you, because it could turn into something that could be harmful, that could fuck around and be, just prolonged, because now it's shit, I tried to be on some this ain't working, this ain't for us.
Yeah.
Or I told you I ain't like the way you talk to me and all this and that. And that just it creates that. So sometimes, yes, ghosting is a good thing sometimes.
Yeah, I've told some girls the truth before, a few of them, and that shit ain't work out good. I ain't mean hurting feelings. I was I ain't think I was hurting your feelings, but you asked me why, and I told you why. Not yelling at you or no shit like that, but just hey, you a liar, and you lie all the fucking time, and you got low self-esteem, and that's why we can't be together. It's yeah, that's devastating if you don't already know that in your head.
Yeah.
Or it's like, man, fuck you.
I mean, like sometimes people need to, know also why at the same time you don't want to ghost because sometimes people.
What's wrong with me?
Some people need to know to help with growth, like understanding why this situation didn't work out is helpful because it's like, oh shit, I didn't realize I did that. I didn't realize I was that type of person. I didn't realize that my personality came through that strong. Okay, even if this friendship or this relationship didn't work, for the next one I could do better because now I know.
I got ghosted by some roommates. Like them niggas Will Smith me, nigga. I mean,
like
we were moving, but like motherfuckers moved while I was at work or some shit like that, and they ain't say shit to me. Like it was like the lease was up, and we was all gonna move and all that shit. And it was like, these niggas moved way before. Like, say we was.
Did they help each other move and then
yeah,
help you, and then help you?
Yeah, these motherfuckers moved and like the lease was up at the end of June or the end of May or some shit like that. I had found a place to stay and all that shit, and these niggas like left, like they moved, they knew I wasn't gonna be there and fucking left. I was like, damn, cool, whatever.
Damn, nigga, what was you doing there would make them do that?
Bro, it was
a time.
Bro, it was a whole nother thing, G. It was like one of the roommates I still kick it with his shit, man.
Really?
Tavia. Well, it was Tavia. And the other one was this other girl that, like, we was in college. It was like our first.
It was two females that left you?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't?
So it was like straight out. Oh, you thought it was some niggas?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I went up to their crib and we'd have had some shit going on.
Why would you have some shit going on just because? What's the difference?
You can't hit women.
Why would you hit niggas for leaving and
just the way that you fucking did it? Like, let me continue on with this shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
So they left and I was like, that's fine. I got a place, but I'm gonna wait this shit out because like my shit starts when this shit ends. So motherfuckers was hitting up one of our mutual friends and shit was like, where's did he move? Like ain't hitting me up and check on me and no shit like that. Like, did he move? He's like, nah, he's still over there. Like, how's he still over there? He's like, he's still there. These motherfuckers called. And because I don't know if anybody knows, if you stay in an apartment complex, the power's on all the time.
Yeah.
Unless you don't pay the bill, you negligent with the bill, they'll deliberately cut your shit off. Motherfuckers called and had the shit cut off. I had like 2 more days there. Motherfuckers called and had that shit cut off. I was like, yo,
they didn't want to be paying for your
no,
electricity?
It's not. Nobody's paying for this shit.
Yeah.
These niggas called and had it cut off because fuck him. And I was like, damn, it's like that. But to answer your question earlier, what got them so mad? What got them so mad? Niggas was partying. And by niggas partying, we were all partying. Now, it did get to a point where I don't want to party this day, so I don't think you should party this day.
Uh-huh.
And it's like,
that's fair.
I live here too, bitch.
Yeah, but it's roommates. Y'all should.
I understand that. And I also said, hey, if there's any problem that you have with me or anything that I'm doing, just let me know. Because I'm not trying to be a fucking asshole. Just let me know.
Except when I want to party.
No. With that shit. I came to him like an adult. Like, if I'm tripping, like the shit, am I wilding? Yeah. That type of shit. You don't hit me with that. You just have an attitude. I'm like, is shit cool? No, I don't just like when you do that. We'll say some shit. No, I don't know if I should have to. Okay, all right. I will chill. And by partying, I mean just like smoking and drinking. Like, I'm not actually
having people over.
I am having people over.
Okay.
But I'm having people over that are mutual friends of ours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, if it's a fucking problem, let me know. I will get the problem. Because, like you said, we all live here. I ain't trying to start no shit for real.
Yeah.
But if shit is cool, like I ain't bringing over no strangers and shit to party. Like these are people that we fuck with.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do that shit this day, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just let me know.
Yeah.
You don't let me know. You just got attitude and you fester, and then you, you know what I'm saying, fester with the other roommate, and y'all like, yeah. And it's like, oh, okay. So that was the grounds of the breakup of like, fuck this nigga. I don't care. Because we were supposed to move together, like,
To
after
another
that.
space.
Yeah. But I saw the tea leaves. Before then, I was like, I got to find my own space because motherfuckers ain't even talking to me no more.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I bet. But yeah,
That's
that's how I got ghosted.
Yeah.
I mean, I got ghosted by women too.
Yeah.
Giving out bad meat and shit.
But you eventually reconnected with those roommates, and now you cool, like you said. But at the same time,
one of them.
But like, you like,
The other one, if I see her, I ain't no beef or no shit like that. That was years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, first of all, like, kudos to you to having 2 female roommates, and like, typically that shit is tough unless you like, you know, play for the other team. You know what I'm saying? And you got that, like,
Bro, and I tell y'all, I tell all my friends, you don't shit where you eat. You can't fuck no.
Well, not even that. I'm not, because I get what you.
Oh, okay,
I get what
okay,
you're
okay.
saying. Like, I'm not even just saying like that, but like
even though it wasn't even that type of energy.
The lifestyles is so like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if y'all all like partying and wild together, it's just still kind of like yo partying, yo wilding like with the homies and them wilding and doing that. It's a little different. It's just like that. It was interesting. I mean, kudos to you for making it work, but I can see how you pissed them off.
Yeah, I can too.
Like, it's just,
you know, I
could have told you that before.
I ain't even gonna sit up here and say I didn't piss them off.
Yeah.
But my thing was just like, if I pissed you off, just tell me I'm pissing you off, and I will not do that.
Is that not the same type of argument that you've had with your current roommate? Not saying
My
that
wife?
your wife is a roommate, but yeah, technically, I'm just saying. Like, I don't mean it like that as an insult. Like, she's a
but
roommate.
we married and fucking, and that's different.
But I'm saying, like,
you know, she wild out, she get all type of passes.
But when you started to live, because I know that, like, even when me and my wife, it was like starting to live together.
Oh yeah, there's more of a.
You can see and see. That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what comes with it, right? The fucking part, like the fucking and actually being in a relationship part. That's what make the living together still hold tight.
Yeah, that's what make it like, hey man, she's tripping.
But imagine living with her and not being able to have that, and not being in a relationship, but you're just like truly like roommates. But still having that same, like, the same emotional feelings for like how shit is done in the house.
Oh, okay.
Like that you don't see the difference now? I'm just saying.
I'm
like,
not sitting up here
at that age when you're young.
I'm not sitting up here acting like I was just doing everything right. I'm not gonna sit
I can definitely tell you weren't doing shit right.
Not doing shit right. Come on now.
Not doing it. No, but I could see how you at that time.
Oh yeah.
You being you.
At the same time,
hearing the stories that I've heard,
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. And if you call me out on this shit, I will, you know what I'm saying? Hey, dog, come the fuck on. All right, bro. My bad. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I ain't even know you was here. I thought you was out of town.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. That's kudos to you for like trying that and making it. You know what I'm saying? But I could have told you, I was like, nah. Like, without even
you can tell me that shit
story,
now. You can't tell me that shit when I'm fucking 22.
I know, yeah. I was like, I don't see how that.
Hey, shit was cool at the beginning. It was like, shit, motherfucker, we used to kick it and shit. Motherfucker was my across the hall neighbor. Used to go fuck with Tavy all the time, drinking shit and woo. And, you know, she was her best friend and we was all kicking. It was like, oh, this shit sound like it'll be cool. But, you know, looking back at it, of course, Monday morning quarterback and that shit, it's just like, hey, we got a wild nigga, an in-between nigga, and a nigga that wild out here now and then, but don't really be on that shit. She don't smoke, she drink like that, but kind of want to be the center of attention. And if she not the center of attention, it's a fucking prop. So that's what it really got done.
And then, because I could imagine that you even having people over, and you saying that they all mutual. It's like, yeah, but they here to see you. They not here to. Yeah, we kick it.
No.
But we ain't trying to kick it like that,
bro. When they was fucking with her, it wasn't no fucking problem. There was no
but that's
fucking
what I'm
problem.
saying. Yeah.
When they was on her
But
nuts,
they're here for you.
When they was on her nuts, there was no fucking problem.
But they started being there for you.
Bro, it'd be a mixture. Some days it'd be that, some days it'd be that. When they was on her nuts, it ain't want no beef or no shit. When they weren't, it's a problem. It was like, okay. And at that point, it's just like, I mean, at that time of my life, I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, these are our friends. Like, I don't know what days you gonna like them or not. That's why I'm like, hey, is today cool?
Yeah.
It's not.
So
okay,
did you like Three's Company it? Did you like move in that way where you was like, you know, how was your role as the male of the house? Like, were you like...
I took out the trash.
Yeah.
Because I asked them to take it out one time. Them bitches laughed in my face and walked out the door.
Even then, they was like, nigga, nah. He's funny.
Pretty much. This was damn near exact words.
He's gonna be a great. He's gonna be a great roommate.
Sit y'all right there. Dead ass. I was like, damn. Motherfuckers walked out cackling on my ass. I was like, damn. I wasn't even trying to like be on that type of shit. I was like, shit, since y'all leaving, you know, it was all right, nigga's job. But yeah, I paid rent and fucking took out the trash.
That's it?
Yeah, we kicked and talked every now and then. Like, there were times where, there was a lot of times we was cool. We went out to eat. We kicked it with each other and all that shit. But, you know.
Something telling me low key, there was an expectation there too.
Of what?
You being a male, like, not saying that you would be the handyman, but being more like
it wasn't nothing to fix.
Like, yeah, but you know how sometimes it's just like, oh, we got this. Like bulb here,
you know,
do this here,
oh yeah,
do that
like
here.
if somebody needed some shit, yeah, I was cool with that shit.
But then
like,
when you started doing the like even like what we've learned, and I've had to learn this.
Yeah,
like
speak on it
because with me and my wife, we moved out of our parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
To our apartment.
That was pretty much it. Like that was our first, like, I mean, besides college, but like, this is our pay bills house, apartment.
Yeah, it was like me moving out of my parents' house, her moving out of her parents' house, getting an apartment. We got an apartment. That shit was cool for, you know what I'm saying, what it was, and we had a great time. But then it was just like, you know, we got our first house a year later.
That was only a year?
Yeah, we only had we only had that. It was funny too because we were just like, what, nigga? Wait, they go up on rent? They do that?
It's some bullshit.
Some bullshit. We might as well just get a crib.
Might even fix shit, right?
Man, like, what? And shout out to, you know, my wife, grandfather, because he really instilled a lot in her, and that instilled a lot in me to like, hey, ownership and all that shit.
Shout out grandpa.
But then, you know, getting our first place, it was a growing experience, bro. Because like when we first had our like first house, mind you, but when we had like moved into our first home, man, that shit was like a learning experience because she switched up on me so many times.
Your wife switched up on you? That's
like,
crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Damn. Like, could you imagine like living with a female, opposite sex, and having to learn? I know people do it. I know it's possible, but it's still like a fucking like wild thing to think about when you think of how like your experience living with your wife who is someone that you're intimate with and that you actually have a relationship with versus someone that they're just the opposite sex and you have no type of connection with them and having to deal with the same shit. And so like I went from being able to like shit, like smoke in the basement, just crack the window to like literally day and night, like the next day.
Take your ass to the garage.
What the fuck? Why are you smoking in here like you? I was like, wait, what? What happened? I mean,
that's like the shot.
Like
you can't smoke in the house?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, wait, so what happened? Like, and then it's like, all this shit, like having parties, and then it gets to be like one of y'all is like, shit.
That was another thing too.
It's too many parties now.
That I was like, damn, I guess I ain't got the privilege. Tavia ass used to smoke in the house. We, not blacks.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we can smoke in the house? Okay. I was smoking in the house. Motherfucker come out like, the fuck you doing? So I'm like, I ain't burning the incense. Like, what happened? You ain't say shit to...
They died.
Yeah. I was like, damn. But, okay. All right. Okay. I get it. I'm going to go out to the balcony. I just thought that, okay, I got to wait till you ain't here.
No. It's like you got to, but like the shifting of just.
I feel like such a nigger. Like, I was like, this is the whites only smoking section. Like, take your nigga ass out there. Like, oh, all right.
No, it's like, no, real talk is like, hey, this is only for hookahs. No cigars, you know what I'm saying?
But they smoking
or like
cigars,
or smoking, or going to a cigar bar and they be like, "Hey, no squares." It's like the cigar smokers way more than these blacks.
No, it's not that. It's the wait. I thought we could smoke cigars in here. I just seen niggas smoking cigars. Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Right.
So it's just bet. I know we made this topic go long, but it was interesting. I just had to ask because I was like, man, that's amazing. Like I never knew that about you. I didn't know that you had like
that shit was crazy. That shit was fun. That shit was I say about 65% of that time was fun as hell.
How did that go when you wanted to bring females through?
Well,
and go to panel
one
time?
of it in the beginning. I was dating one of the other girl's friends. Mm-hmm. So that was cool. Like they was that's I think that lasted like 3 months or whatever.
And then she was like, "No, this is stupid."
Nah, it was me. I was just like, yeah, I don't think I could do this no more. Like ain't nothing wrong with you. I just can't take the responsibility of being your nigga. Like, you're a good girl, and if this keeps on,
I'm gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah, yeah. I fucking ghosted her on a date on some drunk shit. Just passed out on the couch.
Karma's a bitch.
Ha. But yeah, I was just like, and then motherfucker tried to accuse one day. You know, I was just like. You know them days where you be fucked up, you got a hangover, but you got another day off, so you just lay around. I did that one day. The motherfucker accused me of cheating on her. I was like, do you think I would bring a bitch over here and that's your friend? Nigga. I mean, okay. But no.
Which was shocking that she didn't accuse you of laying up with her friend.
Nah.
I'm just saying.
No. Wait. No. Not my girlfriend. Her friend, the one that I live with, said that nigga been in the room all day. I think he got a bitch in there.
No.
Yeah. And motherfucker hit me up like, what's going on with you today? I was like, nothing, man. I'm just like fucking laying in the bed. I've been burning the candle with both ends, man. I ain't no shit. I was like, damn.
Was this towards the end? Because you said 3 months in.
No, this wasn't towards the end.
This
is during the summer.
So you
like
actually
the beginning of the summer.
So you actually like lasted more time.
Yeah, I did the whole year
with the person that just had like tried to blow up your spot.
Yeah,
and you wasn't even on shit.
I didn't know about that until like after we had broke up, and I did some other shit. I fucking crashed out at Kelvin house and punched the mailbox a bunch of times. Got into it with Ron and some shit like that. And I called her.
Y'all
I was
know
like,
who Ron is.
Yeah, Ron know who Ron is, man. Ron is a friend of the show. You ever come down to the A, he gonna be on this bitch. But yeah, I really fucked my hand up. And I called her. Cause I was just like, man, I done got into it with this nigga, woo woo. And she came and patched me up, and we was back cool. Cause we didn't break up on bad terms or whatever. And then she was like, Did you have a bitch over here that one time?
It's honesty time. Closure. That's part of the closure. She was like, you know what?
You have a bitch over here that one time? I was like, no. She was like, oh, well, woo woo, ratted on a friend. I was like, nigga, look, knowing who she is, like, she ain't that fucking cool of a friend to fucking bring a bitch over here to cheat on you with. First of all. Second of all, I ain't even had action like that. And I'm just like, no, I didn't have nobody over here, nigga. I be getting fucked up. I just need some time.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, well, yeah, she told me that shit. I was like, damn, wow, that's crazy.
Man.
You would think you would stay out of that shit, but, I get it.
You live and you learn.
Chicks before dicks and all that type of shit, but it's like, yo, we live together, nigga.
It's not chicks before dicks if you, like, just coming up with lies. I get looking out and being there to, have your girl back. Why didn't she pop up over there then?
That's what I was thinking.
It's like, if she said that, why didn't you just come over and be like, oh, bet. Stay right there. I'm coming over. Like, make sure he don't leave with anybody.
Nigga, I wasn't that slick back then. You could call me dead to rights, dick out, bitch, all that type of shit. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, that's the type of person we're dealing with. And now they not friends no more. What you call it? Dave and no girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could tell you were very comfortable with, like, expressing.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you would never see her.
That shit happen. Nah, I'll probably see her this weekend. And it'll be all love, man. I don't have no beef with that lady. Her family showed me mad love. She showed me mad love at times, but she also showed me her ass. So,
so I keep her where I keep her.
Yeah. I see you, dap you up, man. Hope everything good with you and your kid and your family and all that shit, man. I love your mom. She ain't did nothing. She been nothing but nice to me, man.
Yeah.
So it's that type of party.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out here showing love, man. Just don't. You know what I mean? All right.
Big ups.
Yeah, any other questions you want to?
No, that was good, man. That was a good cover. That was good. Glad you was able to share that.
Anything else out of this shit is gonna fuck the moment up.
Well, like, what do you mean?
Nah, I had a bunch of other questions and shit. We ran through most of them and shit.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Can't be bought. Can't be bought. Excuse me. Hope they ain't get picked up on the mic. All right. Every day, you got it punched in the stomach by a random person for the next 5 years.
From like one time, just at random?
Yeah, it's just one time.
Is it super hard or just?
Yeah, nigga, the lunch money punch. Like, you ever seen like the TV shows and movies where they be like, ooh, give me your money. Punch you in the stomach.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
$1,000 a day. That ends up being $365,000 a year. You don't know where the punch is going to happen.
So what happens if I just decide not to do it anymore? Do I keep all the money or I have to give it all? Like, what if it's all spent? I can't give it back. But
it's
like,
$1,000 a day.
Yeah.
So once you quit one day, it's over with.
Yeah.
So you wake up in the morning. That nigga might be in the fuck house. It might be a man or a woman.
Just one time a day.
Just
random.
Boom! Right in your shit. Like, you might just finish eating. You just throw up on your carpet.
Yeah, I would do it.
And you might be asleep. It might be your wife one day.
That's some psychological fucked up shit though. Like never knowing when and always being on guard.
I think after that first month, you ain't gonna get no fuck no more. You gonna build up a tolerance.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying.
You gonna go to the gym like keep hitting me.
If I can get like cock diesel, just like abs with a, I'm good. Like I can make it. I don't know how long it'll take me to get there though. Like shit.
That first month gonna be a
Woo!
bitch.
Yeah.
He'll be like happy birthday. Oh.
Shit.
Bro.
I don't know. That might. I would do it because from what I hear, that's probably like what women go through once a month. They say the pain is like,
You know what I'm saying? You trying to hold the women down.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
So every day, I do it. I'll go for it.
This guy is not only a girl dad, my bad, and a husband.
What?
But he's also a panda bear.
What?
That's not pandering, man. That's true. They already say that we soft as hell, man. Like, we can never do that shit. But like, I would go.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that shit because I don't have the parts to do that shit, nigga.
Like, hey, listen.
It's like I don't have to. You don't have to defend the house. Fuck. I heard something like, oh, like, is this the day that the niggas in the house? It sounds like it's in there. Like, oh shit, oh, it's just my daughter kicking the walls.
I gotta defend you against all the spiders, big and small.
Man, there's some big ones around this motherfucker, and I've been like, dog, why are you here? Like, come on, man. Now she don't want to go in the house. You ever come to your house and see your wife in the fucking car?
No.
like it's a spider web. Like,
that ain't never happened.
I don't know why the spider is like, I'm more of a pussy than the spider at this point. Because it's just like, nigga, you'll swell up on me in a minute and say all type of shit. But the spider, you won't even walk past it.
Hey.
Like, who? D-Bo.
So you'll throw a punch. You'll throw a haymaker at me.
Slow as hell.
But you won't throw a shoe.
Can we talk about our wife swings? And how they are slow as shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when Spider-Man first figured out he got his powers, he was like, damn, like, I feel like Floyd.
That's because the anger is so there. It's just like, but I will give them this. My wife has never done it, but has come close. And she wins every time with the flinch. Is when she almost like, pretend like she's gonna hit me in my nuts, and it's just like,
oh yeah,
I fold.
That's
every
automatic.
Time. Because even just I know how accident prone
punch
you are.
me in the nose,
like me, all that shit. Do all that shit. Don't do no accidental flick and get me, because I will crumble. I will crumble.
Hey, and before we get on the shout outs, like you gave me the game a long time ago, like.
With kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
They will always find a way to hit you in the fucking balls.
Yeah. No matter
even
what.
when you protect yourself.
Yeah.
The minute you move your hands like a foot, a leg, or something, it's just like,
nope.
Yo.
I tell my kids, don't play like that around me. It's like the moment I see them coming, boom, cover up. Just cover up the best you can, because it's coming. And that's just, hey, they don't give a fuck. They will
when
climb
your kids
over
older, I'm still in the like picking up age and shit, and like motherfuckers, pow.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, I still pick up
on
my
the
son.
couch, like, hey, yeah, come lay with dad. Pow. Like, what the fuck?
Ready to cuss them out and everything. Like, yo, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Why? All this leg and just like all this, the rest of the space around me. But you came right here.
That's
you just don't like me. You don't fuck with me.
You don't fuck with me?
I get that. Like, I see it now. Like, y'all don't fuck with me. Like, y'all just want to hurt me.
They
like,
don't.
I give you Robux. I give you fucking like.
What?
I give you clothes.
What?
I give you juice.
What?
I give you snacks.
What?
I take you outside.
I let you watch what you want to watch.
What?
When mommy ain't here.
Yo.
What?
Why?
What?
Why don't you love me? That should be
That's
hurting,
the name of the
bro.
episode.
Why don't you love me? That should be hurting.
God damn. Tell me you don't want no siblings. I'm with you. You ain't got to do all that.
I can't even do that anymore. I can't even produce it anymore.
We try to make sure.
Like, damn.
All right, man. Shout outs.
Shout out to my wife and kids.
After that shit.
Shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all. Because of y'all, I do what I do. And without y'all, I can't do what I do because it's all for you that I do it for. Shout out to you, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, man.
Always hosting. Always doing the most.
Always hosting.
Shout out to all the black entrepreneurs, black owned businesses, big and small, out here doing their thing, influencing us all to do our thing and build generational wealth. We need that. Keep it up. That's all I got.
All right, man. Well, man, shout out to my family. You know what I'm saying? Even though, we have a little beef and shit in this last 5 minutes. Oh, man.
Don't you love me?
Shout out to D, best co-host in the world, man. Shout out to sponsor Stokesy back in this. I want to shout out Hitman Podcast, man. Chris.
What?
MG.
What?
5.
What?
Shout them brothers out. I also want to shout out Stacks 100, man. He's been putting out the hits all summer. You know what I'm saying? He getting his acting career off the ground and all that shit, man.
That boy good.
Good. Look, I almost did the fucking line, but no, he good. It's a black reflex.
I know, right?
Man, gotta shout out Concrete Hustle. He getting his clothing line off the ground. And just call it. Oh, yeah, he got his quarterback is doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? We had a little. I was trying to give him big ups on text and all that shit, and he was like, "Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do too much." But shout him out. Shout out King O'Deezy, man. I should see him this weekend, hopefully. Shout out Dreamers Clothing Line. I ain't get it on right now, but yeah, shout them out. And other than that, we out.
Don't be weird.
This has been the I Ain't Going Show. You can watch us on YouTube or listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and Audible. Please be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and follow.